Have you ever loved something so much that you just want to make it happen every day? Me neither. This is a podcast today. Another one. 308, I think. And I was about to say bust this out quick. I don't like that as a phrase for this. It's half time of Chelsea versus Middlesbrough. Currently 1-0 down, which is annoying. It was one of the most boring halves of football. And Cole Palmer, let's just say, it seems like whoever we play in the number 9 role seems to get the curse and just starts missing chances, just simply down to the position they're playing on the pitch. That's hyper specific to football, the team I support, and this specific match that is happening right now. It's a semi-final of an FA Cup, and it's against Middlesbrough. It feels like this should be a direct route to the final. Maybe we've overlooked it a bit. I doubt that. We're like 10th in the table. That being said, why am I literally just talking about football right now as if that's like what I do here? But it's just happening right now, and I'm doing this in half time, and it's annoying, but it's more like we're a quarter through the game if this is 2 legs, right? They still got to come back to Stamford Bridge, so you could argue even drawing the game, it's fine. You could still smack them at home. It's probably nicer to have the home leg, second leg, right? But yeah, no, sorry. Sorry, forgot there, but I am actually about to pivot onto something that is, by the way, I think I mentioned this before, like before season 2 started. I'd said that I had this plan to go outside every day, different location, to go outside and film them all outside in a different place every day. I know it was never going to happen insane, but I filmed like 5 or whatever. I did like 2, and I realized, like, I was trying to what's it called, pre-record them, trying to stockpile some up and stuff, so I at least had a couple of days I could miss and I would still have one ready, and the streak wouldn't go until I realized I was a madman if I think that was actually ever going to happen. And in one of those, I was talking about how there must be, because I just said pivot right just now. I was about to pivot onto a new topic. I'm speaking way too quick, sorry. And if there isn't already a Friends podcast, and maybe I've said this before already just in this format, but if there is not a podcast that exists where 2 or 3 or however many friends sit and review chronologically each episode of Friends, and whenever they talk about a new topic or they want to move on to a new segment, they all go pivot, or they all play a pivot sound effect, then I don't want to live anymore. And although that feels like a very millennial cringe thing that would be done, it also just is a thing that should be done anyway. It needs to be a thing. If that's not already a thing, that's yours, that's free, you're welcome. Add that into your new Friends podcast today. I can't imagine, maybe this is not nice to say, but maybe with Chandler Bing passing, Friends podcasts have been booming recently, but I can't imagine like Friends podcasts at the moment are doing particularly well. As like a thing to look back on and talk about still. Not because like it's aged badly or it's just not funny or just people don't care about Friends anymore, but like, I don't know what would be a good version. It has to be something like Harry Potter actually surprisingly wouldn't even be that bad, even though it's been done to death, simply just because at least they have that new show coming out soon, so it's like it's still kind of being spoken about right now in like circles, like in a way looking forward, not just looking back. But in terms of like shows and stuff, I don't know. Anyway, this is a whole tangent. This all just came because I said pivot, because I wanted to pivot onto what I actually want to speak about, which is actually still football related, which is Jordan Henderson. Jordan Henderson, the man you aren't, like, it's crazy. What's the word? Defecation means poo. The demancification. What's the word? The whatever word of Jordan Henderson, just like how to ruin the vibe, man, how to kill the way people look at you so quickly. I say so quickly, it took about 6 months, but just go into the Saudi league, and it's just always been this. And then the thing with Jordan Henderson just getting worse and worse, and he's not like committed any war crimes or like stolen any children or like drank their blood for youth or anything like that yet, as far as I know. But just on a surface level, he's went out to the Saudi league, which is like fine if you want to get your money. He's like in his 30s. It's like cool. Better players than him have gone there. Like, it's not that insane. He goes there, all right. But then what makes it look worse is he's still trying to pretend it wasn't for money. It was to better his career. I don't think he said that, but like, what else would it be for then? Is it to like spread a message? Because people say, why would you go there? He was like a big advocate of like the rainbow laces and stuff, and it's like that's a country where, let's just say you won't be wearing laces of a rainbow variety. I'll go out there and be a spokesperson and an advocate for it, and I'll be a positive voice for change or whatever. It's like, okay, now you're making it weird and gross and icky, and then him still getting put in the England squad when it's just like, no, man. Like when you, especially when the Beckham documentary came out, around shortly after that time. So I just burped internally, and in that, I think in like it would have been towards the end, so probably maybe the third episode out of four. When you see Beckham, he's at like, maybe it was in the fourth. You see him, he's at LA Galaxy playing it for MLS, and he's like still David Beckham. He's still that guy. He could probably still walk into that team and be like one of the most talented midfielders there ever. But you know, you got to earn it. You got to be playing regularly at this time. You know, it's a meritocracy or whatever. So the gaffer, who I can't even remember who they said it was at the time, was like, you want to get in the team, you got to be playing in a top five league. So then he forces this loan move. He's playing in AC Milan, and then he gets in the team. You know, he's now playing at the right level. Jordan Henderson is playing in the Saudi. I was about to say far below the MLS. I don't know. And the thing is, right now, I would say yes. I would say the Saudi league right now is far below the MLS, in my opinion. But I think at the time Beckham was in the MLS was, you know, not what it is now. I mean, you look through most of those teams in the MLS, it's like when I'm on FIFA, sometimes I'm like, maybe I'll do a career mode as an MLS team. But then you kind of second guess it because you're like, but there's no like Champions League in it, and there's no relegation. It's like, it seems like you just get bored of it very quickly or whatever. But like you think about it and you flick through the teams and stuff, and like, what team would I pick anyway? And then you just kind of notice it. You never really read these texts, these paragraphs usually, but then you just kind of start reading them now because you're kind of thinking, oh, which one do I connect with here? And it's like the oldest clubs in there. It's like founded in 1995, founded in 2002. You know, founded in. It's like there's so many teams in that were founded in like the last 20, 30 years, which, you know, and some a lot even younger than that. It's like Inter Miami and like no, is it Austin? No, which one was it? Was it Atlanta? Maybe one of these clubs, like again very recently. Maybe it was one of the Texas ones. Um, like being founded like very, you know what I mean, it's like not an old league, or at least not with old teams, and especially at the time Beckham was there, it probably wasn't a great level at all. I mean, in the documentary they're saying there's people in there who were just like, you know, it wasn't great. So there is that, but I don't know, I just feel like the Saudi thing, it's like, and now, sorry, and then now, which Jordan Henderson has done is he's done. He's done his 6 months. He's bored of playing in front of 14 people, because sometimes I actually look at the clips online and it's like Ronaldo scores this goal or whatever, and you see these flares going off and it looks like it's in this big stage, and you're like, oh, they're pulling decent numbers. But I guess it's just very rare games on rare occasions or whatever, because it seems to be 9 out of 10 times the games there's like 600 people there. It's like there's probably more people at #United game or whatever. It seems like it's like there's a couple dads standing around the pitch. You know, it's that kind of vibe. It's grassroots feeling. You know, humbling. And he's, you know, playing under Gerrard, and he's just kind of like, yeah, no, I'd like to come back now. Which is just like, on so many levels, just kind of like feels not on. You've done 6 months. Not only is it like you went there, you pretended you were going there for this reason, you probably spoke with the league like it was great for this reason. Now you immediately want to come back and walk into, I'm assuming, like a top six side, like nothing ever changed, but now your pockets are just a bit fatter. On the flip reversal of that, from the Saudi league point of view, is they've brought you over, you know, to help bump up, you know, the players in the league and stuff, and higher profile people, and they've put you on this contract, and yeah, it's great money, but also probably the length to it. Not that all players fill out the length of their contract, but they usually stay longer than 6 months, and you've immediately just gone, like, it's embarrassing as a look for them, and it's also just kind of like you just wasted people's time and resources, and it's just like, and then what? We're gonna still put you in the England squad because you're this great leader. How are people gonna look at you as this great leader in the back of their minds? They're actually now thinking of you as this, and whether that's recency bias or not, but like that diminishes some stuff. I don't feel like we do definitely even need him for what he's done in his career. He's won like, Yeah, he's won the Champions League and the Premier League, but Trent did that as well in that team and a lot younger. And there's definitely still leaders in that squad. You got like people who've been young captains and even people that you wouldn't even think like Gay, who's captained Crystal Palace, and Declan Rice, West Ham, um, and Jordan Henderson. It's not like Jordan Henderson experienced these highs, which a lot of the England boys haven't. Like they were there with him. Like when we was in that semi final, when we was in that final, like a lot of the players in the squad now was in there. Everything Jordan Henderson has experienced and achieved or whatever, and his experienced head, he has done with the other players who are currently in the squad and have done it at a lot younger age than him. And a lot of the players in that squad have won a lot more than him. So apart from playing the game for a longer period of time, and that will have, that there's still merit to that. There is people in there with far bigger trophy cabinet who've done the same things he's done with England and more at club level. And now you got this on your record, which is kind of like a small little, it's a smudge. It's a smudge. We have to be honest. It's a smudge. And I just don't think we need him there. And like, if you look at like a goalkeeper, I mean, to bring Joe Hart or something, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, that's fine. It's a Royce in the dressing room, just another opinion to go in there, and there's something to be said for that. I'm not saying like, yeah, like I just said, it's not completely without merit, but it's different with a goalkeeper, and you're always going to take like three anyway, and they don't play. But if it's like a midfielder and they're taking someone's spot, and you typically take like six midfielders or whatever, like if someone doesn't go, I'm trying to think of like who would be on like a fringe who like should go in the midfield. Like I feel like Gallagher's would go. It'd probably be like a younger player. It'd probably be like a Eze or someone. If he like is really in or like really coming into form or something, and you don't take him because like Henderson's jumped out the Saudi league just in time. Even if he wasn't in the Saudi league, I'm pretty sure there'd be a good chance he'd still go anywhere. But like he jumped out the Saudi league just his time and clawed himself into a Prem side to like play minutes here and there. It's just like it's just forcing it, And I don't think Henderson there would be the difference between us winning. Ultimately, would he be the difference between us winning a trophy and not winning a trophy? No, because we was in the position to win a trophy and he was there, and it didn't make a difference. So I don't think if it's not the difference between a trophy and not a trophy, I don't really care. Because obviously, yeah, a semi-final or final will still be appreciated. It's still all well and good. But obviously, England fans obviously foaming them out for a trophy. That's what people want. If it will ever happen, I don't know. But, I hope so. I hope to see it. But, this whole thing has just been me talking about Henderson. And it's only been 13 minutes. I really want to get these closer to 20. But, I got to get back into the football. I started just a couple minutes late as well. So, who knows? Chelsea could have scored 3 goals before. In this time, and we could be 3-1 up now before even the 50th minute. And equally, Middlesbrough could have scored another one, and we could be 2-0 down, and it could be looking dire. But just the not knowing, I need to know. So, yeah, 309, I think it says, see you in 310.